Yes, we're fixing to have a little fun. This either be my 488th invite back or the first day I got fired at Bass Pro Shop. I like to do things my way. Sometimes it's not always the politically correct way. But I'm Gerald Swindle, Bassmasters Elite Series angler. Fresh off the Red River last week. How about that? I managed to put up a solid 28th place finish. I know it. That's not anybody can go out and scratch up to 28 out of 50 guys. That's right in the middle of the pack. Absolutely not catching crap, but I've done it, yeah. Cost me about $5,000, tore my boat up, but I managed to catch it. 5 one day and 4 the next. I really showed them guys who was boss. They'll remember me at the Red River. They'll write a book about how I caught them down there. Some tournaments is like that. I know we got some tournament fishermen in the crowd, and I want to share a little bit about that today as we talk. I may talk some styles of casting and techniques, but some of the stuff that I've really been looking into bass fishing and noticing what makes me a better fisherman is the mental side of bass fishing. What you need to do mentally to get prepared for it. For example, that Bassmasters Classic was tough. We have an official 3 days of practice. It comes up the week prior to the tournament. The Red River, they don't call it the Red River because it's clear. They call it the Red River because it looks like cow tracks coming down it. It's horrible. Your boat will actually run faster in muddy water because the water's so thick. Think about that. I get more pitch on the prop when I turn it in that thick of water than I do when I run it in clean water. Because everybody was saying, why is my boat so much faster? Because it's like running them in the dirt down here. You're actually pushing more water on that prop. The water is so dirty, my boat was faster than most other guys there that normally would be. Unlike what Ish said on stage, that his boat outran everybody's. I don't know where that come from, but he didn't outrun me. I passed him so fast I didn't even know who he was. I thought he might have been somebody watching the tournament. I come by him so fast because I was in a hurry to go catch nothing. You guys ever been that way? I spent $250 on gas and I wouldn't let nobody hold me back. I was going to spend every bit of it that day. The first day of the Classic, I did not get a bite to 12:20. Those are the toughest times. I've got an ESPN camera guy sitting with me, and he's breathing down my neck. He's got that big camera, and he's right there in my face. You know, he can see the snot dripping out of your nose, and I ain't got a bite. I mean, I can't even fake a hook set. I'm not even around the fish. I couldn't have caught one at SeaWorld the first 4 hours. I'm just aimlessly wailing around like Stevie Wonder with a white cane, just poking around in the mud, thinking, dear God, bite my bait. I had made a commitment to run 1 hour and 15 minutes one way. I had one stretch of bank that I thought I could win the Bassmasters Classic on if things went right. Never base anything off ifs. If frogs had pistols, snakes wouldn't need them. Ifs don't get you nothing but in trouble. When I got down there, the wind blew, the water was muddy, and I was done. This guy's leaning over my shoulder going, you got anything you want to say? No. You sure? Well, I'm pretty sure I ain't got nothing to say. You want to give us some, what's going through your mind? I said, this ain't Dave Chappelle, so you can't get inside this mind. I can't really tell you what I'm thinking at this time because the 300-pound gorilla, and y'all may have met this gorilla, he lives only on lakes where bass tournaments are held. And when nobody's looking, the 300-pound gorilla will start choking you from behind. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And then, boy, next thing you know, you can't even get wind. You're like, whoo, God. Then it gets heavy, because that day when you ain't had a bite, you're thinking, man, this gorilla's getting heavy. I got to catch a fish. The 300-pound gorilla was riding me on the Red River. So I got a guy trying to make TV. I got my wife on the bass tracker, and I know what she's doing. She's thinking, well, it must not be picking up because he don't have a fish. I wish I could say that. The reason ain't nothing on there is because ain't nothing in the bucket. So by noon, you start to feel the pressure. Pressure makes you make bad decisions. It can help you make good decisions. So at that time during that tournament, I'm right on the verge of having what's known as the Iconelli meltdown. But I could have one make his look like this to grammar school fit. When I decide to have a meltdown, I have a full man-sized meltdown. Not a little kid one where I kick the death fighter. I'm liable to grab the camera and sling him out in the lake. I've had enough. At about 12:10, I pull into this little area and I'm fishing down through there, and I get my first bite of the day. I had made the decision due to the Red River, the stumps, the traffic, the amount of trash I'm having to throw a spinnerbait in. I ain't throwing a trailer hook. Now that's an idiot right there. I'm only fishing for $500,000, and I have opted to take one of the hooks off the spinnerbait because I felt like it would save me more time. Oh, it saved me time, all right. Time I didn't have to take one off the hook. When I got my first bite, not a big one, 2.5 pounder. Oh, I got me one. Look out, I'm going to the way. Oh, he jumped, came off. Oh, he. So you try to gather yourself. It's just one bite. Instead of taking time to put the trailer hook on and gathering my thoughts, I just started wailing that spinnerbait. I made Van Dam proud, son. I look like a big combine picker throwing both hands coming out of there. Here comes one over stomp. He eats it up so I bought him, and he's a big one. He comes out there, he just goes rolling around a 4 or 5 pounder, and he comes off. So now I felt like I'm in junior high and I've caught my girlfriend with my best friend. I'm distraught. I don't know what to say. I need to fish so bad I ain't got time to catch him. I need a gill net. I got to catch up quick. So I sat there and I thought, I saw it. Saw it's actually a word in Alabama. I know I'm in Arizona. Some of the things I say is not going to make any sense. When you get home, you say, I know what he was talking about now. We have words that are technically not words. Y'all probably have a few out here, right? We have rubber hoses. Y'all know what rubber hose is? That's a garden hose. My granddaddy called it a hose pipe. See, y'all probably call it something nice out here, don't you? Where I live, we call it a mama gas. It means we can't hardly afford to go nowhere. Think about that next time you pull up the Shell station. I'm troubled by that. See, people wonder, what goes through your mind when you're fishing? I said, I'll tell you exactly what goes through my mind when I'm fishing. I want to know why when I watch the world debate for the presidential election, nobody's talking about gas. Nobody. You want to put me in a recession? Charge me $5 a gallon for gas. Gas is $2. I go eat out on Friday night, don't you? Gas is $5. We eat a sandwich. Want to get them bitty weenies. Roll that bread up. It's going to be a tough weekend. At $5 a gallon, so I'm one of them economists. I'm like, cheap gas, be a lot of money. High gas, at bass fishing, Terry and I see it. That's one of the things as fishermen, when your gas bill averages $3,500 to $4,000 a month just for the boat, you start thinking about where you're going to fish. That's why in the Red River, I was thinking how smart I was running all that distance to get nothing. So in this part of the tournament, I have lost 2, and things are starting to come unwound. I mean, like a cheap pair of flip-flops on asphalt. I got stuff coming untied. And I'm thinking to myself, just get it together. For the love of God, just get it together. I picked my crankbait up. I said, well, if he might see us, I got him. I got 6 hooks on there. Ain't no way he's going to get off this thing. And I go to waving that crankbait around. And if you've ever been to the Red River, you can jump from stump to stump for 7,000 acres and never get your feet wet. It is like being in a pinball machine and you're blindfolded. It'd be like Stevie Wonder playing dodgeball. You get hit every direction. And them stumps, every time you touch your trolling motor, you crash. You're falling down, the camera guys. And then the more in a hurry you get, because you got to catch them, you really start. The trolling motor shaft spinning on the boat. The back of the motor's boat. You're rocking the boat trying to get off. Well, the camera guy's not allowed to help me. He's allowed to film me, but he can't do nothing. So in other words, if he's standing in the back of the boat and it hangs, he just stands there. I can't say, hey, Smitty, rock the boat a little bit. So I'm up at the front trying to rock the boat, hit the trolling motor. Now that you can see the steam start to build. And now the sun's done come out and I done getting hot. You know, I got all that rain gear on. I done started sweating now. And the temperature's building. And I got my Lucky Grab crankbait on there, and y'all know they ain't cheap. You know, and I hang my $16 crankbait up, and I can't get to it. I'm popping the line, and the boat's hung, and I mean, it's right there. And I'm trying to be as patient as I can be. And of course, I can hear this guy breathing over my neck with that camera. And I know what he's thinking. He's fixing to blow, and I'm thinking, you're right. It's fixing to go HBO special right here. So I get down, and I put my life jacket on, and I said, put your life jacket on. I'm going over there. I crank that big mercury up, and I up on one stop, just slammed another coosh. Now I'm just sitting high and dry. You can walk around, and I still can't get to that crankbait. So, I'm mad. I'm to the point of mad, I run one right up the middle against Ray Lewis. I don't care. Just give me the football. So now I can almost touch that crankbait, and I'm out on the nose of the boat, and I'm tucking. So then I just go crazy. I break that line, I kick that light. You know, of course, you know, I can do that because it's my light, you know. And the camera guy's backing up at that time. I'm like, turn the camera off, turn the camera off. He sits down and I go on a 30-second rampage. Now, that's not typically what you want in a day of fishing. But if I ask each each and every one of you individually as a tournament fisherman, have you ever been there? Does it not break your day down? I see one back there going, you know I ain't ever done that. His wife's going, you know you have. You were screaming at a nun on a boat dock because you hung your worm up. I know you've been crazy. You get that way because you play the game of bass fishing at an intensity level as high as you can play it. I'm not saying that having an emotional breakdown or getting aggravated is not good or bad. It's not necessarily great for winning. But it is a way of being your passion for the sport. When you watch bass fishing, and I'm picking on Canal, and him and I are great friends. I think the world of him. He's an excellent fisherman. He'd be a great candidate to be sponsored by Ridland. That's just what I think. It could be. I'm just saying. Just bring it down about 7 notches. Just if you could just get